Hello YouTube, I am Pinstar, and this is Game Dev Tycoon, Strategy and Tactics, Episode 4. In our last episode, we created our smash hit, Professor What, and made ourselves a couple $1,000,000. That's real good. Plenty of cash to float in here. Not quite as much cash as I've been able to get in other playthroughs. My record was landing at 4 million, but that was probably through some luck and through some better console choices. But this is still plenty of cash to get us through and get us making our next set of games. But we still have more prep work before we're ready to proceed. We went and hired 2 guys here, and we got them just the way we want them and got them trained in skill. We are generating all of our game reports, and now we are in a flurry of research while we wait for their bars to increase here. Might as well make use of their time. Alright, so you are done. We have just researched 3D graphics, and I actually mean 3D graphics this time. 3D graphics version 1. Because we want to get a nice early start on that. The other one we need to do right away is medium games, because we need that to unlock publishers, and the next phase is strictly called what I call the publisher phase. So let's start on that. Alright, got that. So we are just going to keep researching, and we want to just keep researching stuff until we have, let's get our target audience, because that is important. And the Gameling. Gameling becomes a very, very important console in this stage of the game, and hopefully the publishers are smart enough to want to design games for it. Alright, you just finished 3D graphics version 1. We still have more components to add to our lovely engine here. We do not want casual games. Because we are going to be doing strategy, we're going to want to aim for stuff that goes off of our tech-focused things. So tech games like gameplay. So we're going to go for game tutorials here. Oh, the other thing you want to take note of is you want to leave yourself with 15 research points. So don't dip below 15 research points if possible. Alright, so I can do another 15er. I want that level editor, but you know what? I'll do mono sound. That's good. That'll be a good one. Alright, so once your research is done and your guys are back to full efficiency, we still have more prep work to do. We are going to do a round of training. And the round of training I'm going to do for this very first round, everyone gets Make Me Think, which focuses their point game on research. I'll explain my methodology behind training as we go along here, but my reasoning is this. By boosting their research scores early, it pays off over the entire game. So you will be making back this 5 research point investment much greater than just the 5 you put in here over the entirety of the game. So it's worth it to do it early. So Make Me Think. And as soon as your bar vanishes, you will be doing Make Me Think. All 3 of you get Make Me Think. Yep, Gameling is out. If you look, you can see the progress bar kind of hidden behind these little stat gains, so you'll have an idea of how long it takes them, or how long it will be taking them to finish up. Okay, now once your first person is done with the Make Me Think, we can start building our custom engine. You don't need to wait for everyone to finish their training. They'll finish that, and then they'll jive right in. So that way that one person isn't sitting idle. Okay, what are we going to call this one? The Pinstar Perfection Engine. There we go. A little bit more class, a little bit more refinement. No reason to pay for 2D Graphics version 2. And you notice how 3D Graphics version 1 is actually cheaper. It is slightly inferior to 2D Graphics version 2. But again, we want the experience points in that engine so that we can actually unlock and start building and using higher levels of 3D graphics, because that's when it gets more powerful. We are going to throw in linear story and save game tutorials, mono sound, and that should, well, that's all we have, so that should be good enough. So let's do it. The other reason doing their little training is they might get an extra couple of bubbles of research. Good. You want to end up with 10 research points at the end of this round, going into the final stage here. Okay, so we have completed our engine, and now we are ready to actually get back in the business of making games. So, develop a new game? No. We are going to be suckling the teat of the publishers for until we have ourselves 100,000 fans. That is our next milestone. And the publishers can be a tricky bunch to work with. So let's dive right in. Okay, any topic adventure? Nope. Any topic simulation? Decidedly possible. UFO simulation? Possible. Ninja any genre? Young. Ooh. That's actually not bad. If I recall, Ninja likes young games. Oh, but it's for the G64. Dang it. Like I said, publishers can be a tricky bunch. UFO for everyone. I believe that works. But is UFO simulation good? Any topic simulation? You know, I think this is going to be our best bet here. The reason why is, for your first contract, you don't want to get one of those minimum score 8 contracts, even if they have a really high royalty, because this is the first game your team has worked on, you get an inherent penalty. Just because the team is new, they haven't worked with each other yet. That penalty will go away on its own after your first game. So you kind of want to aim a little low for your very first game. So I'm good with this. Let's go any topic simulation for the Master V. Let's do it. And yeah, we can drop 80k on the Master V. Alright, what is a good simulation that we have not done yet? Well, we actually have done all of these as simulations. We'd have to research a new topic, but I don't want to have to waste the research points on that. Well, and I'm not quite confident enough to just dive under. So let's reuse one of our topics. Ideally, you want to always go for a new combo. It doesn't have to be a new topic. We're not obsessed with new topics now. But we do want a new combo, if possible. But at the moment, since we used up all of our simulation genres in our first phase, we're going to have to revisit them and reuse them. So, that's okay. So let's go revisit government here. And we'll call you Q. The evil Q. Waiting in line for paperwork. Fun game. And Pinstar Perfection. And again, we want to make sure we're using 2D or 3D graphics version 1. And away we go. The reason why I was saying before that we wanted to pursue new combos is that you get more research points when developing games that have a new combo. And more research points, as I've alluded to before, is always a good thing. Now, here becomes phase 2 and how I like to do development. So yeah, we are not beholden to the flip-flopping slider, so we can do whatever the heck the genres really want. So they don't care about story quests, down. Gameplay up, engines up. Now here is the two unorthodox things that I like to do with this phase. One is I like to keep myself sane when it comes to balancing my employees' workloads. How do I keep myself sane while balancing my employees' workloads? I'll tell you. The way you do that is by assigning one person to all three parts of one stage. So this first stage it's going to be our design guy. So Adam Day is going to get all three stages here. Now you might say, but he's our design guy and Engine's a tech. Yeah, who cares? Because your game score is only judged against your own standard, the fact that we might not necessarily have the most powerful assortment or the most powerful assignment of categories here to our employees doesn't matter. Because once they start establishing a baseline, it's just going to compare against that baseline, and they'll slowly grow from there. Meanwhile, it keeps you nice and sane from having to, whenever you have to adjust your sliders to a different genre, having to pull someone out and rearrange them and put them on a topic and risk having people be overworked. Don't have to deal with any of that. Now, here's the other unorthodox thing I do. So we just built our new engine. It has a bunch of new features, right? Like we're going to turn them on, right? Nope. We're leaving all these off. Just like I did with the basic sounds. In the beginning of the life of an engine, we're not going to be showing our hands. We're not going to be turning on all the bells and whistles. We'll do that later. You want to keep them wanting more. Marketing is very powerful, very useful, though I do not go for it during the publisher phase. Once we hit 100K fans and we're promoting our own games, then I go for it. But when you're using a publisher, that's really the publisher's job. Okay, so in this one, phase 2, you're going to grab your tech guy, Ethan here, and boom, bada boom, bada boom. Exactly 100%. Never overworked. Level design, maybe a little bit lower. And last but not least, we want our character, since they are so highly skilled and so balanced, and because these three sections are very balanced in terms of their effects on design versus tech. In fact, like graphics is literally 50-50 design tech. So we want our character in this last stage. And we'll keep our basic sounds on since we had that from our last engine. But no reason to turn on mono sound just yet. We're just keeping our cards close to our chest. And you'll notice here, we're only getting a little bit higher than what we did with our smash hit in terms of bubbles. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want to go rocketing past what we did in the garage, because again, that's going to cause us problems down the line. So by keeping ourselves pretty humble in terms of our skill gains and whatnot, and our engine pieces. Oh, we're not going to stop them. Let them be. No reason not to let them have their fun. Oh, it is a new combo. Government simulation? I did strategy before? All right, well, happy accident there. And look at this. We already got our first level in 3D graphics version 1. You still need to hit level 3 with it before you can unlock the next one. But we're not going to be quite as obsessed about, again, our levels. All right, let's release this. And my guess is it's probably going to be something like a 7 or an 8, which is going to be good enough for our publisher. Oh, wow, a 9. A 7. And this is with it's a brand new team penalty apply. This might have even been a higher score if that penalty wasn't applied. So yeah, nice game right out the box. All right, so what are we going to do next? Well, in between every single game, I like to train our people. There's a reason for that. training has diminished returns in two different ways. One is if you do true training sessions in close proximity to each other, the second one's not going to get as much in the way of benefit. And secondly, if you do the same exact training each time, the second one's not going to be quite as effective. Now, since everyone got Make Me Think the first time around, we're obviously not going to be doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be picking their skills here. Now for my character, I'm going to actually specialize him more into technology, because again, it sways towards design, so we want to counter sway that. So you are going to get Code Incomplete, which favors technology. And you, our tech guy, is also going to get Code Incomplete. We want to actually get them beeline to 500 so they can get boost later on. And you, who, while you still have a fair amount of technology, you are still effectively my design guy, so you get game design for pirates. Yes, and the publisher likes the ratings. How's our sales? Oh, not too shabby. 554 fans. Nothing to complain about, since fans are the main goal of this phase. And yep, just in time. So you want to take note of what time and what date their fatigue bars kick in, so you can predict it in the future. So it looks like it's going to be... And also, while these guys go on vacation, have your main character generate a game report. Alright, so month 10 is when my people need a vacation, so we got to keep that in mind. So yeah, don't do, because the last thing you want to do is to start a game and then like right in the first phase, they're like, I need a vacation! Oh, completely destroys the game. Alright, so, yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Yep, and that's just telling me that I had that. Alright. Publishers, what do you have? Of course, you have stuff for the G64. Why am I not separate? Ooh, post-apocalyptic strategy. If only strategy games didn't do horrible on the Vita Gear. Until the Nintendo GS comes out, all of the consoles hate strategy games except for the PC. Any topic? Ooh. Any topic, any genre, young, which is what I would do anyway for the Gameling. Nice. All right. I'm fine with that. Minimum score 5, I'll do you better than minimum score 5. All right. Let's see here. All right. What do we want? If I remember correctly, simulation games do well on the Nintendo GS. And since our team has gotten that penalty out of their system, we can actually do great combinations, great combinations instead of perfect combinations. So, for example, well, no, that wouldn't work with romance. Think. Post-apocalyptic? No, that's not good. We want a kiddie game. That serves me right for not... Yeah, that's not going to be a good combination. Serves me right for not having the thing right. I'm going to insert a big old cut here. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so... after bringing up my wiki, since I did not have that handy, I have decided that the best topic to pursue here is time travel, and not simulation. We want action. Now, as you can see, it's a good combo, but we can dive into good combos at this point. Our team's pretty powerful, and we'll turn on a new engine to give it a little oomph. So, shall we call this game? Well, I already used up my Doctor Who pun here. So, Time Chasers. Yes, it's about a time machine in a prop airplane, and people host meetings in. It's an MST3K episode. Look it up. It's funny. Anyway, Game Engine, Pinstar, perfection. And onwards! 3D graphics on the Gameling. We are just that good. Alright, yes, we are going to want to turn on a feature here. So let's turn on game tutorials. Let's teach people how to play this thing. That way it'll give it a little oomph to overcome the natural penalty of doing a good title instead of a great title. Share some information? Sure. You know what? I'm going to be modest, just because there's a chance that this one might fall a little flat. So I'm going to be modest. Because if you hype a game and it does not, and it gets under an 8, you get a penalty for sales, like a big penalty. You pull a Peter Molyneux. All right, yes, we're doing that. And the Govador is gone, so that will hopefully get publishers to stop asking for it. There used to be a bug where that didn't. Publishers would continue to ask for it long after it was dead. 2.4 million, not too shabby. Alright, going good, and a little free hype. Could have made an RPG with that. But, well, we can't really chase after an RPG trend. But, a lot of people would advocate avoiding trends at all costs, but I have a trick that makes trends work for you. But, actually we could chase the RPG trend, but that's for next episode. So, I'm going to let us see how Time Chasers did. Or actually, no, I'm going to be meanie pats about that. You're going to have to tune in next time to see how Time Chasers did. So, if you liked this video, you want to see more, you want to see how Time Chasers did, mwahaha, send me a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And also follow me on Twitter at Pinstar. So, until next time, have a good one, people.